submitted related to this discussion and really looking about the different spaces that exist. And Carlo, you can express it a lot more clearly than I can. Do you want to ask our panelists about this?
I need some prop for every event. I need some prop. Otherwise, I don't get noticed for what I say. So I try to make it simple. I think if you look at sport, as I think everybody was saying on stage, there is what I call the full digital space, where people would experience sport on different devices, mostly mobile. Then there is the most classical TV moment in which people are in front of TV, possibly with some second screen experience, directly connected to what they're watching for the moment, not fully. Even, I have to say, for the Sochi Olympics, we saw an uptake because of the complexity of Olympics. Second screen becomes relevant, understanding, the sport, understanding the athlete, more than maybe for football, where, there is also a few time to think. And then we see the in-stadium, or, depending on your sport, the event. So there are three spaces that are a bit different from a guy at the stadium or a guy in front of a TV. And also maybe who will own the different spaces may be different, because at a stadium, even like, or a place like tonight, there is a league, there will be clubs, and there will be broadcasters. So in the past, everything was really siloed. It's clear what the broadcaster can do, it's clear what the federation can do, it's clear. But now, with even players becoming part of this media space, because they're communicating, I don't know what's going on. Is it happening that the rights will be different? Daniele talking about social rights is something that already says, okay, the rights are not only the broadcast rights, but who will own these different spaces? Will they own it more in partnership or still very siloed? I'm not sure it's clear, but...
Somebody like to tackle this? Who would like to tackle the answer first?
It's very clear from my point of view. It was something that I was thinking, listening what the others said before. Let me say that maybe in the future, the real goal to achieve is to mix different right holders. At a certain time, there was the organizer that has his rights. He used to sell to television and to media and whatever. At the moment, maybe it would be, for the future, it would be useful to mix organizers, TV and media together to deliver a great experience, because at the end of the day, what is very different from the past is that you want to live the experience. There is something, we are talking now about professional sport, but don't forget there will be the mass sport event that until in the 80s, at the beginning of the 90s, you were seated on TV or at the stadium to see a sport event. Now you want to be active, not only looking at the sport, but practicing the sport itself. And I think this would be a part of the future. It will be a part of the future of the social communities. It will be part of the future of the TV production. I'm not scared about the different tools. But what should be very important to add value to sport is the quality, what we said before. If the quality is very high and the experience that you can live is at the top level, you engage and you can increase the fun. But definitely, what I think is the future is not, the categories will not be, from my point of view, so strict. There will be a very important mix. You can't be only the expert of sport, organizer of an event, but you need to have other partnership, because in the future the partnership should be the good tool.
So
I don't know if I understand.
I agree, Paolo.
Organizations will have to diversify in terms of what they can do, or they will have to bring more partners in, or a combination. So the EuroLeague, in other words, would have to be more involved in different spaces, or bring a partner in to work with them, or just build a product that responds more effectively. Jordi?
It's all about content. At the end, one thing is that we have a content, and then we have different perspectives how to reach this content. And it's true that today we have a more wider aspect of the ways to reach the same content. We had the players always in the locker room, but in the last couple of years, the cameras came into the local route, but the players has been always in the local route. So what we change is how we can add possibilities to enrich the content, but the content is always there. And from my perspective, and you have to understand my perspective being a league, it's our responsibility to control 100% of the content. As you say, the players now are producing their own content. But as long as they are part of the general content, our belief is that it has to be in the same package. Because it's the only way that we can provide our different partners, the sponsors, the TVs, or any media outlet, a consistent package of contents. Otherwise, the value will be minimized because there are different people working on the same. For us, content it's critical, but control the content is what makes the business profitable for everybody.
And the content do has a value. It's since maybe we have two opposite forces moving in, because we know that one of the key of the success of all digital activities and the website in general is for free. So that's why so many people use that, and probably a lot of people like that. But the content have value because come from big effort from the stakeholders, the teams, and big investments behind that. And of course, I'm involved in a pay TV business, and we're trying to invest so much in contents, and we need to be partnered in protecting this and trying to find, I would say, a fair way to mix these different ways to widen and increase the engagement and awareness, and at the same time to control and keep the value of it.
But part of it is about the brand and how easy it is to discover and to find and to access the content, the brand or brands, because if you've got a lot of content that's available at lots of different places, you've got lots of different platforms, you've got lots of different things out there, it's a question of having a clear identity in the market, isn't it, to a certain extent, for what it is that people want for your product, right? For you, it would be the EuroLeague, correct? Right? And it would be controlling that EuroLeague as a brand, as a single brand, or as multiple brands, and that's.
I think that everything has to be branded under the same concept, under the same umbrella, to